There's a question that I get asked all the time, or two actually. Why is your page called Litter Afro? That's the first question. And the second question is, how did you start litter picking and why did you start litter picking? So I'll answer the second question first and I'll answer the first question second without getting tongue twisted. So, the reason the page is called Litter Afros is because previously, before I started using my Litter Afro page a bit more, the group that originally set up was Navcam, but that closed last year. So I moved over to my Litter Afro page, which I set up in 2020, because I grew my hair in lockdown. So that's what I did. Someone betted me at work that I wouldn't grow my hair, so I did that. 16 months later, I cut it at the first part run back after lockdown, raised nearly £2,000. And then I thought to myself, what can I do with the page? And because I had the other page, the Navcap page, it was like, well, I don't want to share it on both. But when that group closed, I thought, oh, great. And I had a few different names, raising money for Eric Hospice, but that didn't sound right. So I changed it to Litter Afro. Everybody knows me either by running in town, by litter picking, or growing my hair. So that's the two names, and that's the three things what connects Litter Afros. The second thing is, how did I start and why did I start? I've always been interested in recycling and rubbish. Early on when I was a kid, back at school, why can't we recycle more than just cans? Or we don't have the infrastructure. It was the most frustrating thing about him. Where I lived, we used to have some people that used to be alcoholics and not so good people. And what they used to do is they used to chuck their rubbish and cans in our garden at the back. And I just got fed up of seeing all the litter. So I just started. And that's when the NavCaf group started at the same time. And it just snowballed from there. We did community picks. And then I started going out and doing a bit of solo picking. I always had that bit of anxiety because I'd always think, what would people say to me? And I always thought people would say, why are you doing it for? But a lot of people, and the biggest majority of people, say, thank you very much, well done, good job. I hear it all the time when I'm out and about. It's so nice that people do thank you. So that's really how it started. And then once that group sort of finished, I just sort of soloed litter pick. And I go out maybe 3-4 times a week. That would depend on my other commitments that I do around my other voluntary work. Some weeks I might only manage 1 or 2 weeks. Some months I might manage 11 bags. Some months I might manage 40 odd bags. It just really depends. But yeah, that's how it started, and I've just carried it on. And because I enjoy it, I just enjoy getting out in the fresh air, clears my head, and sets me up for the next day. If I didn't do that, I'd be depressed. And we won't want Philly depressed. Philly's grumpy enough without being depressed. So yeah, that's my litter picking journey. If you want to know any more, please let me know. Sorry for the long video, but I didn't realise I'd rabble on for like nearly 5 minutes. But anyway, hopefully that answers the questions. Thank you very much for supporting my pages on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. And if you haven't liked my page and you like my content, give me a follow, give me a like. I'd love to get up to 10,000 on TikTok. I'd love to get up to 1,000 on Instagram and Facebook. we'll see if it ever happens. Anyway, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, litter picking, or whatever you're doing.